Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ric Blackwell. St. Louis County Police Chief John Belmer says detectives are investigating possible leads following the shooting of two officers outside the Ferguson Police Department.
After a lot of soul searching, and it is very hard for him to leave and for us to have him leave, he felt that this was the best way forward, doing this obviously not only for the city, but also for the men and women who served under him in the police department.
Now, the chief feels fortunate that he doesn't have to bury two officers and expects the deputies to make a full recovery. This was the scene outside Ferguson Police Headquarters shortly after midnight. You can see crowds of people everywhere, and then you could hear those shots zipping by. Reports first suggested they came from a nearby hill, but some say the shots sounded like they may have been fired from within the crowd. Now, Attorney General Eric Holder is speaking out about the shooting. He released a statement today and calls the ambush, quote, inexcusable and repugnant. Over in Indiana, more than a dozen people are injured today after a bus carrying members of a college bowling team crashes and turns on its side. Take a look. You can see the bus right here. Clark County sheriffs say 6 medical choppers were deployed to the scene of the accident. The bus came to a stop along a grassy area. Debris is scattered everywhere. In Florida, military officials confirmed that they found the site where a chopper carrying 11 service members crashed. Pieces of debris and some human remains have washed up along the Florida Panhandle. Officials say they are not hopeful there are any survivors. The Black Hawk helicopter went down during a nighttime training exercise earlier this week. A Utah lawmaker who sponsored a bill to bring back executions by firing squads defends his plan.
If you understand lethal injection, your body's paralyzed. You feel everything. Your body slowly shuts down over a period of minutes based on the drug cocktail that's given to you. Whereas a firing squad, you reach the death obviously in 3 to 5 seconds.
The state has approved bringing back a firing squad, but Governor Gary Herbert has not said whether he'll sign the bill into law. The last execution of this type took place in 2010. In Massachusetts, testimony continues today in the Boston Marathon bombing trial. Prosecutors will show the jury autopsy photos of an MIT police officer they say was killed by Dzhokhar Tsarnaev. Now, the 21-year-old allegedly shot the officer while on the run 3 days after the bombing. Yesterday, the jury saw pieces of the backpack that Tsarnaev used to carry one of the bombs that went off near the marathon's finish line. And Pope Francis will celebrate his 2-year anniversary as head of the Catholic Church tomorrow. The pontiff took over for Pope Benedict back in 2013. Since then, Francis has worked to bring more openness to the Vatican. 78-year will visit 3 U.S. cities later this year. And that's your very latest Newsmax Now update. More news coming your way in 30 minutes. I'm Ric Blackwell.